Why Women Forgive But Never Forget resonates deeply in many aspects of human relationships, but it is particularly relevant when examining the emotional experiences of women. While both men and women can be forgiving, the statement that women forgive but do not forget stems from a combination of psychological, social, and emotional realities that shape how women process betrayal, pain, and growth. This phenomenon is not rooted in pettiness or vindictiveness, but in a deeper commitment to emotional self-preservation, historical memory, and learned resilience. Emotional depth and empathy. Women are often socialized to be highly attuned to emotional nuances, both their own and those of others. From an early age, many girls are encouraged to be empathetic, nurturing, and sensitive to the dynamics of relationships. This emotional intelligence makes women more capable of understanding the motivations behind hurtful actions, which contributes to their ability to forgive. However, the same sensitivity that fosters forgiveness also ingrains memories of pain more deeply. When someone close inflicts emotional harm, women often internalize the experience, not simply as an isolated event but as a turning point that shapes their understanding of trust, loyalty, and love. Forgiveness, in this context, becomes a conscious decision to release anger or resentment, but it does not equate to erasure. The emotional imprint of betrayal or hurt does not disappear. Instead, it becomes a part of a woman's emotional landscape, a reference point for future decisions and relationships. The memory remains, not out of spite, but out of a need to learn and protect oneself from repeated harm. Social conditioning and survival. Historically, women have lived in societies where power imbalances have made them more vulnerable, socially, economically, and physically. In such environments, forgiveness was often a necessity for survival, especially in familial or marital settings where women had limited autonomy. Even today, many women are expected to be peacemakers in homes, communities, and workplaces. They are often pressured to let things go, for the sake of harmony or to maintain relationships, even when they have been wronged. Despite this, women have learned to remember. This memory acts as a survival mechanism. It allows women to catalog behavioral patterns, identify red flags, and create emotional boundaries. They may forgive a partner for a lie, a friend for a betrayal, or a colleague for an act of sabotage, but the memory of these events stays with them. It's not about holding grudges. It's about recognizing that forgetting could mean exposing themselves to future harm. The role of trust and boundaries. Trust is a foundational element in any meaningful relationship, and once broken, it is hard to rebuild. Women, especially those who have invested deeply in a relationship, may choose to forgive to move forward or to maintain a connection. But the breaking of trust often marks a boundary, an invisible line that wasn't there before. Forgiving may reopen the door, but not forgetting means the locks have changed. Women may still interact with those who have hurt them, but their perceptions and expectations shift. They become more cautious, more observant. This change in dynamic can be seen in romantic relationships where a partner's betrayal, such as infidelity, may be forgiven, yet the relationship never returns to its previous state of innocence. The wound may heal, but the scar remains as a reminder. Emotional labor and the cost of forgetting. Forgetfulness can be an act of emotional labor in itself, one that requires a suppression of genuine feelings. For many women, forgetting would mean denying their pain or minimizing its impact. This denial can lead to emotional exhaustion, resentment, or even psychological distress. By choosing not to forget, women validate their own experiences. They acknowledge their pain, confront it, and grow stronger from it. In many cases, this memory becomes a source of empowerment. Moreover, not forgetting allows women to support and protect others. Mothers, for instance, may forgive someone who hurt them but will not forget if there is any risk of that person harming their children. Friends may warn others based on past experiences. Not forgetting ensures that lessons learned are not wasted and that the same mistakes are not repeated, either by them or by those they care about. The notion that women forgive but do not forget is not a stereotype but a reflection of a complex emotional reality. It underscores the emotional intelligence, resilience, and strength that many women develop through lived experience. Forgiveness is a gift they offer, one that allows healing and reconnection. But the refusal to forget is an act of self-respect, a declaration that while wounds may heal, their lessons remain. In a world where emotional injuries often go unacknowledged, remembering is a form of power. Women do not forget because they value their emotional truths. They remember because forgetting might mean silencing themselves, repeating painful cycles, or losing sight of their growth. Ultimately, their ability to forgive but not forget speaks to a profound inner strength, the kind that rebuilds not only relationships but also self-worth.